Hey, Muriel from the Sunshine Family and moving to Costa Rica and how to make it a huge success. I will be sharing a couple of tips with you, to be exactly 5 tips that has helped me tremendously to make my move to Costa Rica with my family, 2 growing up kids and my husband, to move from the Netherlands to Costa Rica back in 2018. It has been the best adventure we've created, so I'm super excited to share everything I've learned. Before I'm gonna dive in and start with tip number 1, if you're totally new to this channel, I want to warm welcome you even more because I'm excited you found my videos. I hope that you can benefit from everything I have uploaded there because I am sharing everything I've learned myself. I am not the Costa Rica expert. It's not that I know everything, but I want people to help prevent, make huge mistakes and just walk away from learning what I have done and how I've done things, from building a house to finding really nice beaches in Costa Rica and everything in between, but also today about moving to Costa Rica, a big dream for many. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, this is an open invite. You'll find a little image on the screen. If you tap it and hit the bell icon, you'll receive a notification every time I upload a new video, and that's multiple times per week. I strive to make a video per day, but overall it's every other day. And I also strive to be live once per week to really communicate with you live, because I make this for you. This channel is created out of the questions as a response to all of the questions I received over time. So if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to help, to see if I can provide value in upcoming videos that you request. So let me dive in. Moving to Costa Rica and how to make it a success. Now, first of all, I made another video about it, which you can see here. See it as part number 1, where there's so much, honestly, so much more that I can share about moving to Costa Rica and how to make it a success. And that's why I decided to make part number 2. So let me start. I want you to, if you move to Costa Rica and want to make it a huge success, what I have learned is that less is more. Minimalism rocks in Costa Rica. Now, I'm not saying that you should not strive to find a beautiful big house with beautiful stuff in there. But what I learned is when I moved to Costa Rica with 4 people total, by just bringing 2 suitcases and 1 little backpack in there, our laptops and smartphones and chargers and stuff, we were so much more flexible. We owned the flexibility to say, you know what, we don't like this rental, we're gonna move to another rental. Or you know what, suppose that we didn't like the location, let's go to a far other part of Costa Rica. Easy, like this. Pack your stuff in the bags and just go. It basically fits in 1 cargo, 1 taxi, or 1 little truck. So I see people shipping their whole belongings to Costa Rica. I'm not saying, wow, it's so wrong, because I believe everyone creates their own individual creation of life, freedom lifestyle in Costa Rica, the way that they want it. But I preferred having less. And less is more. Less is freedom, less is flexibility, less is being mobile, and less is also having less stuff that can be moldy, less stuff that can break down by the humidity in the air. Lots of termites live in Costa Rica, so if you bring your precious furniture made of yummy wood, those termites will want to warm welcome you and eat up your stuff in the night. I know so many people who really took so much effort to ship a container full of wooden furniture, and it was all gone in a couple of weeks because the termites found it. And that's just a simple example. Less is more. Minimalism rocks. If you find a place to really stay very, very, very long time, you can always start buying furniture, more stuff, like we are doing. Basically, we have a property full of stuff again. But I'm just saying, everything you need you can buy in Costa Rica, except for, I would choose, if you work online like myself, and by the way, you find information about what it is that I do and teach below my video in the description, consider to bring a good laptop, Apple is my preference, and chargers and stuff, because it's more hassle to get it here, and at least it's more expensive here. So that's another tip based on minimalism rocks in Costa Rica, and less is more. So bring as little stuff as you need. Oh, by the way, also, so many people drag with them medication that they never ever use. Resulting in throwing that away, polluting Costa Rica with chemicals that gets in the groundwater, whatever. I would say they have doctors here. You can buy medication here. So if you're afraid to get diarrhea, go to the pharmacy here and buy, if it happens, your stuff here, right? So that prevents throwing away medication that's over the date because you took it as prevention. I think Costa Rica has a really awesome healthcare system, and overall things are more cheap here as well, according to medication. So I hope that works. That highlights your move to Costa Rica. Tip number 2, it has really to do with so many others have been moving to Costa Rica, and so many others have been failing at it. I think that's not per definition wrong, because a lot of people just find out Costa Rica is not for them. But I tip you to step away from other people's doom scenarios in how it was terrible in moving to Costa Rica. If you start looking at people who didn't succeed, that's what you're gonna focus on. And it is not just according to moving to Costa Rica, it's also about other things. You know, if you want to build a business online, let me keep the example close to me. A lot of people come to me and say, yeah, I want to move to Costa Rica, I want to build a business online like yours, and they just try for a month and then they quit, or they don't do the assignments whatsoever. Because also they are, assuming that it won't work, because they listen too much to the doom scenarios of others. And the fact is, a lot of people fail online because they never learn it the proper way, which is a fact. A lot of people make stupid mistakes and then give up. So I'm saying actually 2 things. I want you to focus on your path in moving to Costa Rica, and stop focusing on other people's path in moving to Costa Rica. In that way, just follow your heart and create a life that you desire. I have an example. The way that we moved to Costa Rica was so different as every other person that we met who were moving to Costa Rica. For example, we didn't see coming that we were buying a property in about the 9th or 10th month of our stay here. We didn't plan to buy anything. This just came along our path. I didn't plan to because we wanted to live on our property, but the house that was there was so solidly built, it would take us more money to take it down, or it would collapse slowly. So we decided to reuse what we've got and buy 2 buses in order to be able to live on our own property, and then take all the time in the world to establish a plan on building our perfect house here on the property. So no one knew that we would be having a bus. This is the bedroom of my son. Behind me, see a bedroom of us, in order to extend this existing cute little house, you know? So we are using what we've got. I didn't focus on other people who I met who were moving to Costa Rica, who already bought a property through a realtor back in the country of origin. I didn't focus on that. I just thought, you know what, I need to get there and let's see what we stumble upon, right? So, and I also walked away from other people's fears. I shared it in my other version of this topic as well. You know, people are really tend to project their fears on you and make you really afraid of all dangers that, of course, theoretically can happen always, but if you focus on a positive outcome, that's what you're gonna receive often more, to have a positive outcome. So then tip number 3 is that you should know that, and that has to do with false expectations. You never own the circumstances. So if you are thinking about moving to Costa Rica, it is very important that
your husband hugs you once in a while.
Oh, that's Dirk. Oh, this is actually a suggestion of one of my viewers that, where is the Sunshine family? Where's the other parts of the family? Well, Dirk is around, obviously. Now I lost track of my video. Okay, tip number 3 is have a creative mind. You don't own the circumstances. So what I mean with that is that Costa Rica will challenge you. And there is never a perfect way of living in Costa Rica. Things might go different than you expect. For example, you rent a house with fast-speed internet and the day of arrival there is no internet for a couple of days or for a week or two. It can happen. We have happened it as well. So what can you do? You can be super, super angry and just shout to your landlord or the person who just arranged the house for you. And be very, very angry, and that way you're going to suffer a lot because anger eats up a lot of energy. You can also think, you know what, this is how it obviously is. Let's find a creative solution. Perhaps that's the way to meet your neighbors who do have internet, and then you can use theirs and you meet them and you become friends, or you just find a way to the closest restaurant or a cafe or lunchroom, or you find a digital nomad place with fast-speed internet, and that's what you should have never discovered without having internet in the house after arrival. So I always see it like this. You can focus on what's going wrong, but you don't own the circumstances. You don't own if there's a big water flood and flushing away and you have water in your house. That might happen in your house. You don't own that, I don't know, there is a traffic jam because they're working on the road and now you missed the ferry. It can happen, you know, it's Costa Rica living. Things happen and not always as expected. But I want you to be focused on being creative in the mind and always, always positive and finding solutions. That really helped me to make moving to Costa Rica to a huge success because I wasn't suffering so much. Of course, I was grumpy because I am an online marketer. I'm an online coach, a business coach, a life coach. I need the internet. But when the internet is down, I find other solutions. I find a place where there is internet and I don't suffer, and my clients understand because I'm always upfront, honest about it, that sometimes the internet drops and it's not my fault. I do have fast-speed internet, but if the electricity wire is broke, 3 streets ahead, you know, where the connection point is, because monkeys were playing on the wires, no one is to blame. Who's blaming monkeys? Welcome to Costa Rica living. So I hope that you honor that. You don't own the circumstances. You own your thoughts and your creative thoughts and minds and what you're going to do with it. That was tip number 3. 1, 2, 3. What do I have more? 2 more tips. At first I said it's not really that important, but I'm pulling that back. I think tip number 4 is by speaking the language, by speaking Spanish, or at least do your best to use Google Translate in a way so you can start a conversation in Spanish at least. Showing that you do your best will definitely help to make your stay in Costa Rica and moving to Costa Rica more success, because literally it brings you closer to the people, and the people in Costa Rica speak Spanish. Overall, there's more people speaking no English than people who speak English. So it's really, really important that you can get to a deeper level of moving to Costa Rica with more, I don't know, starting your journey better. I'm not saying you cannot settle in a wide way without speaking Spanish, because we didn't speak any word. But I'm just looking back now on our journey and see how Dirk is speaking fluid now because he is a one-on-one Spanish teacher. I see that people open up more to him. In the gym, he can speak Spanish with his gym buddies. Locals in shops where we come often as customers are really more helpful because there is no language barrier anymore. You see, so you get to a deeper level of enjoying Costa Rica living after you move. So that's just a side note. Don't procrastinate your moving to Costa Rica because you don't speak any Spanish. But if you have the chance to take a course whatsoever now in preparation of moving to Costa Rica to make it a huge success, I would definitely do that differently now if I would do it all over again. I hope that makes sense. And the final tip, that's tip number 5, which I actually wanted to share at first, but I know that not everyone is looking into that. But what made my move to Costa Rica a huge success was literally that I had an independent online business. I was not depending on finding a job in Costa Rica. I was not depending on starting an Airbnb or something that has control over my income when the going gets tough. For example, I know so many people who came to Costa Rica. You know, they were moving to Costa Rica. They had started an Airbnb, and really quickly after that, there was this big lockdown, and now there was no tourists coming. So they stranded and went bankrupt within the first 6 months of starting a business in Costa Rica. Now, what I'm saying is not that, you know, everyone is different. There's people moving to Costa Rica who are retired, who have their finances in place. Awesome for you. I'm so happy. Fact is that the bigger chunk of people thinking about moving to Costa Rica, and it's probably you if you're looking into moving to Costa Rica, you stumble upon several movie video makers. One is me. I'm sharing my way, and my way is that thanks to my online business, being able to make money online. I make money online. I did it in the Netherlands. I closed my laptop there. I came to Costa Rica, packed 2 suitcases in my backpack, and of course, including my family. And we opened our laptops here. That's how we did it. And that was this. When everything went lockdown, we found a location with beautiful fiber optic. That's why we choose this place to live. Our business has never been going better than in the time of lockdown because more people are looking into how to build a business online. Guess what I teach? How to build a business online. How can you use YouTube and be an authority online and share value? How can you create a business online based on your passion, hobby, or expertise? And how can you attract more clients to the front door of your virtual services or products, or offline services or products? So this also works for local yoga teachers who now cannot have people in their homes, but they have an audience in Costa Rica. But how can you invite people to be on a Zoom with you to guide a yoga course, and people can pay like $5, but you can host a Zoom meeting with 300 people paying $5. That's a remote yoga business. Do you know how many yoga teachers are leaving so much money on the table because they block when they think about making money online? This is also how yoga teachers can make money online. Set up a sales funnel. How can you attract strangers? Make videos, provide free content. That is one of the things I teach. So I cannot stretch enough how much it helped Dirk and myself in moving to Costa Rica and make it a success, that we had an income coming in non-stop. And it even grew when we worked here because now everything looks so much nicer. I used to do the same in the Netherlands, but the background was less awesome. Now you see often palm trees in the background, you see my property, you see the beaches. I'm really living my dream, but I do what I did in the Netherlands, but now it has more impact. So I can just assure you, everyone who's dreaming about being a digital nomad, please press on, because it's not just a freedom of how you can make your living, it's also your way of a very short-term residency that you can apply for as a digital nomad. So if you start now while dreaming about moving to Costa Rica and you want to make it a success, start now in learning how to build that business online so you can apply next year or in 2 years for a digital nomad visa, because you can show a year in the past of every month making $3,000 or more. And trust my word on this, $3,000 or more making that online sounds a lot, but it only sounds a lot if you do not know exactly what to do and which steps to take to make them. And I assure you, for me, it's just one sale. I can make one sale and I have that at least. Making money online has nothing to do with luck. I shared it in my previous video about moving to Costa Rica and how to make it a success. It has to do with intention and preparation, consistency, and knowing exactly what you do. And that's what I'm happy to help you with, but only if you're super serious. But I'm just saying, have your finances in place and don't count on brick and mortar businesses if you do not know the area very well, if you do not know the people very well, because you're not the only one who's trying to make a living offline with their expertise. You're not the only yoga teacher. You're not the only carpenter. You're not the only artist. It takes online skills to, I think, make your income solid while living in Costa Rica, and I think that will help you to make it a success. So today could be the day to start learning for the near future, and every day you're procrastinating on learning skills that helps me realize that I never have to worry about making money, because I can close my laptop and I can open it anywhere. I can just, stuff is just stuff. Like I said, I'm a minimalist. I don't need a lot of stuff to feel wealthy. I make enough money to buy what I need and to live where I want. And that is what made my stay in Costa Rica so happy and feeling free, for having the freedom of choice. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what is your biggest takeaway, if there's anything you believe I forgot, if you have questions. And again, click the link below my video or videos to learn more about what I teach. I have an online coaching program called Be the Masters 101. I don't take just anyone, but just give yourself the chance. Go to the description below. There's a world of information, book tips, a free course, some other things that might benefit you in your search on information about moving to Costa Rica. And of course, watch my other videos, because I really show everything that I have learned, including making huge mistakes. And I hope that this way I can create a very realistic view on moving to Costa Rica. And I will never say it's rainbows and sunshine all the time. Moving to Costa Rica has everything to do with how you deal with challenges. But when you nail that strategy down, it's amazing. I am so happy that I live here. We are heading towards our 4th year. I would do it all over again. So I am looking forward to meeting you in Costa Rica one day. Hit me up on Facebook, by the way. You will find that link and information in the description as well. I would love to connect with you. You can even book a free orientation call with me, but you have to apply for it. You have to fill out, just follow the link below in the description and fill out the little questionnaire. But for everyone not interested in building a business online, also thank you for watching. I hope you took away a lot of information that can help you in making your move to Costa Rica the most pleasant way. Talk soon. Bye for now.